Hello. Hi. Welcome back. So, we are here with another episode of Motivation with Me, the podcast. And today's topic for Motivation Monday is going to be mental health. So, we're going to talk, it's Mental Health Monday. And everybody knows we definitely need to talk about mental health. Mental health is important, mental health is life in general. And I want to help remove this stigma of mental health being a bad thing or mental illness being a bad thing, and how it is okay to go to therapy. There's nothing wrong with therapy. So, a little backstory about me: I have been diagnosed with post traumatic stress disorder from my abuse in the past. I have severe anxiety. I have bipolar 2 disorder, and I also have insomnia. So, I don't have depression. I was tested for depression, but I do have seasonal depression, and we have to understand that seasonal depression is a thing. We have times in our life where we are depressed, and I think, me personally, I believe that everybody has some type of anxiety. They just either don't admit it or it's not diagnosed. Because to me, anxiety is when you are extremely nervous or you may hyperventilate or something may trigger you. Like, I feel like everybody has some form of anxiety. Like, we get anxious as humans. It's just that some is more severe than others. Like, I know mine is severe. I see a therapist. I'm saying a lot. Nah, sorry. Whatever. There you go. I see a therapist. I have been in therapy since 2015. And I also see a psychiatrist because I am on medication, which is another stigma that I hate that we have, especially in the Black community, that there's something wrong with taking medication. There is nothing wrong with taking medication. You just have to find the right medication for you. I am on three because I have mental illnesses, and I'm okay with that. I'm not ashamed. It helps, it works, and if I didn't want to take it, I wouldn't have to. I'm blessed to have a psychiatrist that, also gives natural remedies. Like, it doesn't always have to be about medicine. It's always like, okay, you can try these vitamins, or these different methods like essential oils, CBD, whatever. If you don't want to take medication, I opted for medication because my bipolar 2 disorder can be very severe sometimes. And it's okay if you have a mental illness. It's okay to acknowledge that you're depressed, because depression is one of the biggest ones that we don't acknowledge. And another bad thing about me is I've tried to commit suicide before as a teenager. So there's so much on mental health. I actually want to bring on a guest, which is the person that I am about to talk about, that I absolutely love, that I want to give a shout out to. So, with that being said, let's go. Okay, so as y'all know, I like to shout out Black businesses. Hello. Yes, we doing it. Black businesses all day and wonderful Black people in the community. So today I'm going to shout out my friend, my survivor sister, the secretary of the Trouble Movement, the godmama of the Trouble Movement, my everything. I love her. And that's Stephanie Davis, MEd LPC, licensed professional counselor. And again, I absolutely love her. And she is the CEO of 323 Counseling Consult and Consulting Services, PLLC, formerly known as Heart Work Trending, because we keep the heart work trending. And she is a therapist to young adults and those young at heart. She's a self care coach and consultant, and as well as an adjunct professor. She is the recipient of the 2019 National Black Girl Excellence Award, Mental Health Professional of the Year Award, Houston Voyages Trailblazer, and again, she is the secretary of the Trouble Movement. So she curates mental health events, self-care, and personal wellness sessions and believes that counseling and educating youth and young adults is a work of art. Hence the hard work trending. You get it? Okay. You get it. So 323 Counseling, formerly known as Hard Work Trending, their mission is to keep hard work trending. We learn, love, and lead. Her vision is to cultivate communities through counseling and consulting. And her success equation, which I love, is real people plus real connections equals real change. And it was started in February 2017. Uh oh. Let me clear my throat. Dun, 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 dun. I told y'all I was gonna say that every time. It started in 2017, and she provides counseling, self-care coaching, and mental health services to youth and young adults, families, and professional organizations in the local Houston area. And she educates and equips clients to grow into their fullest potential. That is important. And build stronger communities. We teach people how to do life for a living. I love that. So again, I would love for Stephanie to be on the show so she could talk more about mental health. This is her area of expertise. I know from experience about mental health, but I just again wanted to shout out Miss Stephanie Davis, CEO of 323 Counseling and Consulting PLLC, formerly known as Hard Work Trending. And you can find her on Instagram at Hard Work Trending. So make sure you go follow her and make sure you show her some love. Her website is hardworktrending.net. And I love you, Stephanie. So again, I want to I really want to push the fact on how mental health is important. It is important that we recognize what mental illness is and ways to take care of our mental health and make our mental health healthy, because it's not just about physical health. Okay, there's mental health, spiritual health. It's not always just about physical health, because if the mind isn't right, then nothing will be right. Everything starts in the mind. Okay. So you have to make sure that you recognize what mental health is, well, that you educate yourself on what mental health is, and that you recognize if you have a mental illness or not. Now, don't go self diagnosing and get on Google, because Google will be done told you got schizophrenia and cancer. Dr. Google is not a thing. Go to an actual psychiatrist, see a therapist. I promise you it will be beneficial. I absolutely love, love, love my therapist. She's an older Black woman. And some have tried therapy and it didn't work for them. So you have to find a therapist that works for you. Okay, you have to find a therapist that works for you. And I think that's what the issue is when it comes to Black people and minorities in the community and the stigma on not going to therapy. Well, I don't want to talk to nobody about my business and I don't want nobody telling me what to do and blah, blah, blah. Therapists do not do that. The right therapist does not do that. My therapist will not tell me what to do. She makes me think. She literally makes me make my own decisions. Like, I be mad, like, "Can you just tell me what to do?" And she like, "No. I can give you methods, and you can figure it out yourself." So it's good to talk it out, and you want to talk it out with somebody who is a professional and somebody who is not biased. And that's what I love about therapy is that, for one, there's HIPAA laws, and for two, I can talk to my therapist and she gives an unbiased opinion because she's not my friend, she's not my family, she's not my mom, she's not my best friend. So she's going to give an unbiased opinion, and it's somebody that I can talk to about any and everything without having to worry about judgment. And even if they are judging you, so like again, if you find the right therapist, then you'll be okay. But I don't have to worry about all that. I don't have to worry about holding back. I don't have to be ashamed. So please, guys, keep your mental health healthy. Seek counseling, seek therapy. Again, hit up Stephanie. And also, um, They have like different recommendations on therapists. They have different platforms where you can find therapists. You can look through your insurance, or maybe your insurance has one. There are a lot of resources when it comes to therapy. If you want, whether you want a black therapist, whether you want a woman or a male, I strongly recommend. I personally agree that men should see male therapists. I couldn't have a male therapist just because of the trauma that I've been through, but, that's just me personally. But again, you have to find a therapist that's right for you. And they also have what's called Melanin and Mental Health, and you can find them on Instagram at Melanin and Mental Health. And it is a directory where they have all kinds of therapists listed, black women, black men. It's basically a website and platform for therapists. And I, again, strongly recommend you visit that website if you are looking for a therapist. So again, I want you guys to make sure you take care of your mental health, because that is another point of this podcast, is to bring motivation, wisdom, and encouragement to you guys. And I hope and pray that everybody is again keeping their mental health healthy, and that you are loving yourself, you are taking care of yourself, and that you are not ashamed to admit when you are dealing with something. And if you have a mental illness, again, I have multiple. I'm on medication, and I'm not ashamed to say that. Okay, let me get my meds. I always say it, even if I'm on YouTube or if I say it to somebody in person, girl, I ain't on my meds. And you want me to be on my meds, trust me. That bipolar ain't no joke. But I'm bipolar too, which means I'm not schizophrenic. So I don't have manic episodes. I just have mood disorders. So one minute I'll be happy, next minute I'll be trying to punch a hole in the wall. So my medicine is to stabilize my mood. So that is my quick spiel on mental health. And again, we're going to have Miss Stephanie come back, and she's going to talk more about it because that is her area of expertise. I'm just giving my little short personal opinion on it. And I want everybody, again, please stay healthy. I love you guys so much. And thank you for listening to this podcast. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Elements of Me and Facebook at Elements of Miranda Evans. I'm also on YouTube and Patreon. The information is always in the description. So I will talk to y'all later in the next episode. Bye.